And good afternoon, folks. Warp103 bringing you guys another one. This time here, we're talking about basically heavy tanks need to be nerfed. So I'm going to go into it, and I'm going to use two examples from two people. So sit back, relax, and of course, enjoy the show.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly firestorm on you.
And thank you for viewing this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon above, and then of course hitting the bell icon to get notifications when the next video drops. So here we go. Okay, now we're going to go into this because I'm going to speak on some stuff that has been bothering me about the game, and I've already talked about this before. So we're going to speak of some stuff that we talked about already before. All right, now this is basically what is already transpired. I've already made a video on this stuff and everything else today, but I want to make sure that everybody's clear. So we're going to go into this, you know, so people can understand. Now, again, I made a previous video about heavy tanks need to be, let's say, nerfed. You know, they needed a nerf part. So basically, you know, someone replied, said, what's the point of having a heavy tank if it can be pinned by its own tier very easily? Again, Kim has said this, Insta has said this person has said that. And then they said, well, at that point, just play medium because it's faster, right? Has a better gun. What has the difference between a heavy and a medium tank then? Now, I went down here and again, I explained. I'm like, okay, the modern heavy tanks often have insane amount of frontal armor with few to no weak spots. And even there are weak spots, they're so tiny or awkward to hit, especially tanks when they're hold down or wiggling. All the tanks used to have real hittable weak spots. Now, again, not so much. Turbo and field mods equals too much mobility. With turbo and field modifications, many heavies are moving like mediums. That mobility closes the gap that used to be exchanged for armor, meaning that medium tanks had more mobility, but they had no armor. So, when a heavy tank can reposition, hold the lane, still out-brawl anything it faces, it becomes way too versatile. Remember the word versatile. Heavy tanks often are often the most forgiving in the class. You can make mistakes, still come out on top, thanks to your armor and your HP pool. Again, remember HP pool. That makes the beginner friendly, but also frustrating to fight against. Go to the wrong position in a medium tank and you're nuked. Do the same in a heavy tank and you can still back out of that position most of the time. Meaning that you can do what it and then live. Okay, now I'm gonna play an example that's gonna be virtually like somebody read what I posted here and used in their video. Okay, now this is a new video out by Kim. But listen to the words he says and literally remember what I just talked about. And we had a community manager, Insta, that jumped on me that said, oh, well, you're misquoting. No, I literally said it, or you're using anecdotal evidence. But yet you're on the video posting for Kim's at the beginning of Kim's video with the same thing I'm saying.
The combination of Equipment 2.0 and field mods is that tanks have too much health, are too fast, and have indestructible tracks.
Let's listen to that again in super slow-mo.
Mods is that tanks have too much health, are too fast, and have indestructible tracks.
Okay, you heard it. Let's continue.
These two pieces of equipment, combined with the field mods, especially the breakthrough field mods, makes tanks too strong. This isn't a theory. The 60 TP was nerfed because...
Wait a minute, isn't that what I said? That heavy tanks are too strong? And he literally provide an example of the almighty 60 TP? Okay, let's keep going.
Well, 2,600 health and 35 km/h top speed isn't that crazy. But when you use a bond turbo, bond hardening, combined with its field mods, this thing can get up to 3080 health with a top speed of 45 km/h.
In other words, you have just changed a super heavy into a medium with boatloads of armor, and now it has even a one shot more of health. But Insta, why is that? Didn't you say that I'm just blowing sunshine smoke at people? I'm trying to obfuscate, but yet again, you're on the same video as Kim's introducing this. Yeah, Insta, I'm feeling like again that you already lied to me before, and now you owe me an apology for reals. But let's keep going.
That's right. It has the same health as a mouse, with more than double its speed. It's almost got medium tank speed.
What was that? It has medium tank speed. Let's keep going.
So what did Wargaming do? Or take something like the IS-7. Its top speed is 60 km/h. However, it only ever reaches 51 km/h. And it has moderate health. With Equipment 2.0, the IS-7 can extend its top speed to 70 km/h and actually reach it too, while also getting a huge amount of health.
Again, you already had the IS-7 has been in the game for the longest time. Its gun is crap. But to balance it out, it was still a little bit too fast even back then, but still, it struggled to get to its top speed. It wasn't going to reach it. Now, it reaches that easily. Wait, now it's above where it was before and still get extra armor, and then it's basically untrackable. So when you do hit its tracks, if you do blow off the tracks, guess what happens? The tracks are repaired to full health. So that way there, guess what? It makes it, you got to shoot it twice to get it tracked. So all this to say is, I'm using Kim's thing against him. I know that you're gonna say, well, you didn't watch the full video. I've actually watched the full 4 hours of it, and I'm going to be making videos breaking those up into pieces. But again, literally, if you read what my comment was, you read what the previous video was, if you was in my chat, which some people were saying I didn't say that, or said something, try to paraphrase and completely F it up, basically, heavy tanks are way too strong. You can go through the rest of this video and you'll see how he's saying, well, okay, light tanks need to be buffed. Other tanks need to be buffed. No, if you basically don't buff those other tanks, leave them as they are, and nerf the heavies, the game will fall more into balance. But we're going to come to that in another video. So, again, thank you guys for watching. Again, you can see it right here. Go to Kim's video. It'll be linked in the description. It's 4 hours long and everything else to that. And then, y'all come back and comment. This is Warp103. Gonna say warp out, have fun. Catch you guys on the next one.